and Byron.
Hey, William, how's it going, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, good. So is William, they don't call you Bill? I mean, like, I don't know, William's such a cool name. Like, it almost feels like you demand respect if you go full William. Has it always been full William?
Yeah, I mean, it's William or Will, but yeah, Bill's my dad, so I was called Billy in high school, but I try to avoid that one.
That's a great point. If Bill's your dad,
you don't go Bill.
Then you don't go full Bill. You're not,
Yeah.
but are you William the second?
I am. I'm a junior. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. William's regal. William's hardcore, deserves respect. William, not even junior. The second?
That's legit.
You sound like a Southern prince. That's awesome. Well, I know we haven't met, but congratulations on the Daytona 500 and just being awesome. I'm going to tell my show something about William that you guys don't, maybe you don't know. You can be blown away by.
Okay.
By the way, William Byron's on with us. Listen to this. You tell me if I'm wrong, William. William's a student at Liberty University right now.
Why?
Is that why he drives the Liberty car?
Now let's ask
Yes.
William, please follow up on this statement.
Oh boy, what's that?
The statement that you're in college.
Oh yes, yeah. I take online classes. Yeah.
At Liberty University.
But why?
Yeah, that's his question. Why? Because he's rich?
Yeah, you're rich and you got a job, man.
Well, I'm working towards what I'm going to do after racing. So you never know how. Hopefully, I race for decades, but you never know.
Could I mean, I don't know. Realistically speaking, couldn't you retire even right now, William, and live a pretty good life?
That's true. I mean, just trying to keep it going though, for sure.
So what is his major though? Like
Racing.
Communications.
Wait, so what is your major, William?
Communications.
Oh, you can do this. You don't need to have a degree for any of this crap that we do. You're good, dude. Man. Yeah, no.
Just keep racing.
Yeah,
You're good.
dude, you got it. So it's just he's so young.
So does he get free classes because he drives a
100%
Liberty car?
has to.
Oh, and can he clip out a driver's ed or any sort of driving class?
so those are related?
Yeah.
Liberty,
Do you what?
Liberty University is related to the Liberty.
Well, I'm sure that's why they're.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Do they give you any free credit?
So I actually have to pay for the classes, but I think that's just the. But yeah, I mean, but no, they sponsor us on the racing side, so there's a lot of connections there.
So they pay him even more than they would normally to cover that.
That's awesome.
And
class, yeah.
they're not going to fail their student that
That's
is
a great
representing their
point, too.
university.
That's a great. Do you ever? I'm just blown away. He's so successful and still taking college classes.
Makes no sense.
To me, I think it's amazing and it's a great example for young people everywhere. But do you ever have to do a live online class with an instructor, or do you only watch recorded? Like, do you ever have to raise your hand on a Zoom, be like, "I got a question, teach"?
So there's the discussion boards, and sometimes it's like a group project. So I have to go on there and introduce myself. So that is it's always a little bit uncomfortable trying to explain what I do, but get a few laughs here and there for sure.
That's hilarious. It'd be like we're on and we're in home ec, and Patrick Mahomes goes, "Hey, I'd like to ask a question about how to make a souffle."
Yeah,
you're like, "Wait, are you the same Patrick Mahomes?" That would be crazy. William Byron's on with us, Daytona 500 champ, obviously. I do want to say this. Tune into the Shriners Children's 500 at Phoenix Raceway, Sunday, March 10th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 Central on Fox. I brought in Morgan number 1 because she is a massive NASCAR fan, and she's going to actually ask the intelligent questions. Morgan, what is your first question for William?
Okay, my first question, hey, William, by the way,
Hey.
is I thought that Alex Bowman won. To be totally honest with you, did you think that Alex Bowman won? And to give some background, there was a caution thrown. So basically, when the caution light comes on, that's your winner.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it was very close for sure. But when we crossed the start-finish line to take the white flag, I felt like we were ahead, but I couldn't really tell. Like, it's hard to see out of the cars. Like, we have a full head surround, so we can't just turn our head and look to the right. But I knew he was kind of approaching, coming around the outside, but I didn't know kind of where the lights had come on. But fortunately, I got the call that we were ahead. So
when do you find out? Because obviously it was super close, but do they tell you in your ear how quickly? Because they go and they have, they can watch pinpoint laser precision. How quickly until you know you won?
Yeah, so it takes like a lap for them to review the tape and kind of look at who's ahead and look at the timing. And they have basically a snapshot that captures where we are right when the caution is thrown. So it took like a lap, so that was a lot of suspense.
Yeah, and your crew chief started crying. So isn't it true you didn't know if he was crying like tears of joy because you won or because you lost?
Yeah, I mean he doesn't get emotional very often, so he was starting to ball up, on the radio. So I wasn't sure what that meant, but it was a big deal for him and for us as a team. So it was cool.
When they're on the radio, can you hear them clearly, or is it so loud sometimes you have to like, what? Huh? Is that ever a thing?
So yeah, so we have like a lot of noise canceling, but still it's super loud. So yeah, like you're always I can always hear them pretty clearly. Sometimes I have to turn them up. A lot of times I have to turn them down because their voice can be pretty annoying under the cautions when the noise isn't as high. So, but most of the time for me, it's like having to shout back to them. Like they don't hear me the first time. So I'm like, okay, now I have to emphasize what I say again.
Once, when we first started to syndicate our show, we were in multiple cities, but we didn't understand what we were doing. And we got on the air. We thought we were off the air. And we started, well, I guess we're off the air, so let's just say stuff we'd never say on the air. We were saying, like, our home addresses.
Phone
we were
numbers.
saying phone number.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Do you ever hear them leave the radio on by accident, and they're like, man, William sucks today. Or, man, I wish I wouldn't ate that tostada. I don't know. Do you ever hear something where you're really not supposed to hear it?
So there's a second channel, and they can say whatever they want on there technically because I never hear that one. But I do get my engineers to send me all the full radio after the race. So if there's any shit talking going on, then I definitely hear it eventually.
That's the channel we want.
Wait,
Oh,
so
yeah.
William, you take the time to listen back to the full conversations after the race?
Not for that reason, but to try to study for sure.
That's what I'm
But
hearing. I don't
Game
know
tape.
about you, Bobby.
He's watching Game Tape, the crap talk. William Byron's on with us. This is also, I'm going to ask another like goofy question that I really care about before we get another serious question. But I like to play Madden and I like to play NBA. So the two games I play on PS5 with my friends. Listen to this about William. It's not like he's 50. He's still in college. But as a teen, he won 298 top fives and 100 wins on the iRacing simulator against worldwide competition. Then he moved to real cars. So how much did that how hard was that transition going from, I don't even know, the simulator to the real car? Was it easy as pie, the same or not?
I mean, very different, but the same skills still apply. I felt like I still had a feel for the car, but on iRacing, when I was racing on the sim to learn how to drive, I was using my eyes a lot and basically the feel in my hands and my feet. And then I feel like when you get into the real car, you're using the noise, the feel underneath through your whole body. So definitely a lot more intimidating getting into a race car and kind of the danger aspect of it. But
Because that's real. That'd be like playing Call of Duty and being like, I'm the king. And then they say, okay, well, here's a real gun with real people. All of a sudden your butt puckers a little bit when you're out there for sure. Morgan?
Okay,
sure.
I have a nosy question. So a couple seasons ago, I think it was 2022, you got a $50,000 fine for spinning Denny Hamlin by accident, apparently, under caution. And then, it ended up being bumped up to 100K so your team could get back some of your playoff points. My question, did you have to pay that fine or does Hendrick?
Liberty.
Yeah, does
Does
Liberty pay it? Does Hendrick pay it? Who pays that fine?
So I paid that one, unfortunately. Wow. Yeah, but it not a great day, but it was it was better. They got rid of the points part of it, so at least that part was better. But
so you were happy to pay 100,000 instead of 50, so you could have your extra playoff points.
I wasn't happy about it, but it happened.
Hey, it's okay, guys. I just Googled your projected net worth for 2024.
They project net worth?
Oh, what is it?
These are the dumbest pages.
Geez.
Go ahead.
This is 25 million. But
Oh, 100K.
No,
None of this guy.
he's going to school in case he wants to be a podcaster.
Well, we have a network for that.
Yeah,
if
we
you
do.
William.
William, so I got fined $1 million once by the FCC. I get.
who
And
paid
you didn't get
that?
any points.
Hey, I didn't get any points taken away. I didn't get points. I got nothing. So I relate. William Byron's on with us. William, so we have these. We have Joey Logano helmet. We have a Ryan Blaney helmet. It is great luck for people, especially drivers, when they come on the show to send us memorabilia because they drive wonderfully for the quarter. That's the deal we made. We can't do it 6 months, but we can give you 3 months of solid, safe driving. And let's say, hey, Blaney, Logano, not doing so bad. Am I right?
That's right.
No, No, they're on top of their games for sure.
Exactly. So we'll get you that address. We'll feature it up here.
Yeah, send us your class
and
schedule.
he'll have a heck of 3 months coming up right here. Morgan, another question.
Okay, speaking of Joey Logano, he just got penalized for his gloves at Atlanta. Apparently, the left hand had extra webbing in between the fingers.
Yeah.
And when I saw that headline, I'm like, that can't actually help his performance. There's no way. But then I saw Bob Pockrass, I think he did a story about how he can stick his fingers out the window net and it helps like manipulate the air.
What?
Is that real? Like, do you, as a driver, are you thinking that's something that could have actually given Joey an advantage?
So I don't know how much, I don't know how to quantify how much of an advantage, but definitely all of our engineers tell us to do that now, that you're supposed to put your hand out the window and basically put it at a flat angle so it blocks the air. So it's just a way to eliminate, like if you stick your hand out the window going down the highway, how much your hand, gets pulled back. It basically, if you put it flat, it just deflects the air out. So pretty smart move there to put webbing inside the glove.
Let me get this straight. So if I'm driving my car
I don't get it.
and I put my hand out, and sometimes if my blinker's out, I'll be like, left, bent arm, right.
Right.
What will it help me do, or what will it help you guys do that you're not supposed to do? When you say manipulate, is it that?
Yeah.
Is it, I guess the margin of difference, is it that small where even the smallest little bit of air manipulation affects a race?
Yeah, so basically it just makes the car go faster in a straight line. So it's just eliminating like air coming in the car and slowing it down. So we just call it drag. It's just an aerodynamic term, but yeah, it's less drag. If you put your hand out the window at the right angle, it blocks all of that.
Wow.
He's correct. I Googled it.
I would do drag
Thank you, Amy.
when I would ride bike for like triathlons. You can get in somebody's, isn't that called drag?
Yeah.
Drift.
Drift.
Yeah,
Crap.
you tried.
I'm an idiot.
You ever get behind like an 18-wheeler and it just shakes your car like that? Like, so it's weird because these race car drivers, it's hard to keep the lead for a long time because they're getting fresh air and not so much just like the wind's making a tunnel for them. Is that right, William?
That's right. Yeah. There's a draft, just like, very similar to cycling. Like if you get tucked in behind another car, you go way faster. You go way faster because of the draft they give you. But yeah.
Would you ever purposefully not take the lead if you knew the lead car is kind of a chump and you could take him anyway and just ride him until it was time to like
Ride him.
Sorry, go ahead.
until it was time to like slingshot
Pivot and
forward?
move, yeah.
So yeah, like that's definitely a strategy, like riding in second. But as the laps get towards the end, you don't want to be in second because you could, you might not get a chance to make a move. So you have cautions and you have crashes behind you. So you try to get the lead. I don't want to give all my strategy away, but you try to get the lead. Somewhere within 10 laps to go.
And I asked that in a way that's not fully stupid because running, there are times where you let someone hold the pace
100%.
and they're kind of a chump and you can take them, but you just don't want to take them yet and set a new pace. I didn't know if cars were like that too. Imagine if you put your hand out the window at the same time. Oh my God.
I know.
You have 500
You're
miles an hour.
hauling.
Yeah. Okay, we have 3 final questions. Morgan, go ahead.
Okay, so William, I don't know if you heard Kevin Harvick's latest podcast episode, but he retired at the end of last season, and he mentioned that you're really blossoming right now, and that he projects you're going to win another.
Blossoming. Sounds like he's going through puberty.
Those were his words.
Okay, go ahead.
And he projects you're going to win 5 to 7 races this year.
Oh wow.
What's it feel like to be in that position now, where you're being viewed as the one to beat, because last season really set the stage for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's unique. It's definitely a bit of a target on our back as a team because I feel like, everyone's measuring us, but it is good. I mean, I think I enjoy it. I feel like our team's getting really strong. We have a great pit crew. We have a great guys that build the race cars, and we communicate really well. So I feel like all the things are starting to come together for long-term success.
I know you're in Charlotte. Are you a Panthers fan?
I am, unfortunately, right now.
Yeah,
but
tough year. How'd you feel about
tough year.
Frank Reich being, run out of town after 1 year?
Yeah, that was a tough hire. I don't know if I agreed with that one. It was tough to kind of rally the team, it seemed like. But I mean, the new guy, Canales, he seems like he's got good charisma. So hopefully he's the answer.
Bryce Young, I feel like he's that dude, but didn't have a shot last year. How do you feel about Bryce Young?
I mean, he's kind of my height, so that's the only thing. Like, but I think he's putting on some weight, and I think he's obviously a great passer. Has a great skill set. We just got to get the offensive line surrounding him, and we got to get some weapons on the outside. We don't have a lot of speed, so hopefully we can get a few speedy weapons for him.
So this ball here is signed by. We went and did a thing with Bryce and, well, Coach Reich at the time, and we got this ball and they signed it. This is the only not good example of
luck.
The memorabilia luck. I'm gonna be honest with you. But we're Panthers guys. We did a sports show episode with them, and they both signed it. Do you think this ball is more valuable because the coach got fired and Bryce, or less valuable?
I give it like 10 years, maybe it'll be really valuable because of Bryce.
But you think the value goes down because the coach was? Yeah, probably. Dang. All right.
Maybe a little.
Maybe. Okay. Well, look, we're super pumped. We're rooting for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to see you blossom. Who doesn't love to see somebody blossom?
He's blossoming right now.
That's just a weird word.
He's one of the best out there right now.
I know, he won Rookie of the Year. I mean, the dude's killing, but I'm saying the word blossom feels like a word you use for somebody in puberty.
Yeah. William, are you willing to share your current GPA?
GPA? Oh, I feel like it's I should know this. I think it's right around like 3.2.
Oh,
that's good.
Honor roll and a full-time job.
Yeah.
Of course, he's blossoming.
And B students.
When you drive the truck, how different?
The truck series?
Yeah.
Very different. I mean, those things, talk about drag, they have a ton because the roof is so tall. So they just they feel like they go really slow down the straightaways, but they're fun. They have a lot of they move around a lot. They buffer in the air a lot.
It's like riding the back of one of those during a race. I used to get everywhere back in Arkansas. Always in the
When you
back
were
of
a
the
kid?
truck. Yeah. Like you should have to do a race with somebody in the back, and that part of the win is they didn't die.
Oh man.
Or you strap them in and they just have to suffer.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to ride in a two-seater in the right side. You have a great time doing that.
I'd vomit my brains out. William Byron, you guys can follow him on Instagram and Twitter, William Byron, driver of the number 24 Chevy Camaro ZL1 for Hendrick Motorsports. And let me say again, be sure to watch the Shriners Children 500 at Phoenix Raceway on Sunday, March 10th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 Central on Fox. Hey, William, really great to spend some time with you. We appreciate it. And hopefully, we'll come out there and see you sometime.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
See you, buddy.